What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do case project 2.5, your contact app address book. It's going to have 3 screens. The first screen is going to have 2 icon images, and then they're going to have buttons as well. And so when you click those buttons, it's going to take you to a second screen, which would be the first person's, and then the third screen, which would be the other person. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to make a new folder. Let's go ahead and make the folder in here, and then case 2.5. Okay, awesome. I'm going to go ahead here, copy this icon, put it in this one, and we're going to grab another icon. What did I say? I would say female icon image. Okay. Kind of find one that's matchy. Do this one. And save image as F icon. Save. Exit. Make you a PNG. File. Export. PNG. Save. That's awesome. Okay. Replace. Alrighty, that was weird. Didn't do anything. Go ahead and open up our bootcamp, chapter 2, case 5. Drag you in here. Okay. So now that's set up, we're going to go ahead and start Android Studio. So we're going to go ahead and start a new project, empty project, and we're going to call it the book wants, which is your contact app. Oh, contacts app dash address. Oh yeah, address book. Brain fart. Okay, so 2.5 open. Everything stays the same. Java. Next. Okay, so on the first screen we're just gonna have 2 images and then 2 buttons. So let's go ahead and open up our folder. I was used to a Windows, so I was looking for that little thingy. Okay, and then control. Is it not control? Maybe command. Not command. I know it's command. Yeah, it's command for me. Okay, go ahead and copy those 2. Resolutions, drawable. Okay, go ahead and add those to there. I don't remember that coming up. That was weird. Okay, go ahead and see they're here. Okay, values, strings. So we're just going to go ahead and open up the editor. We're going to have 2 buttons for sure, so let's do that. Button Steve C, and then we'll do button Stacy O. Okay. What else should we have? So 2 names of contacts with the last name starting with the J. Okay, each contact has a separate button control below name, create your layout. Alright, well, it doesn't matter, we could do that. Okay, so go ahead and add those image views. Let's add Steve up here. Oh, you know what? Then do that. Image Steve. Hit enter. Go back to strings real quick. Close it there. Oh, whoop. Open editor. We're gonna have images. Didn't think about that. Image Steve. Image of Steve O. Oh, Steve C. Okay. And we're gonna have an image Stacy. Image of Stacy O. Okay. Close that. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and give Steve some constraints and add Stacy first. So on content description, I'm just going to add that image of Steve. Oof. Okay, image of Steve. Okay. Let's go ahead and add the second button, image. Project F icon. Stacy has a face, because it's a face that remember Stacy. Go ahead and add that content description. Oh shoot, I don't know why I'm not thinking straight right now. Okay. Image of Stacy. Alright, so let's raise Stacy a bit. We do 100. Yeah, not bad. We'll raise Steve 50. And before I do that, let's go ahead and show the layout and select our phone. So Steve's a little high right now. So we'll go back to 0. Let's go ahead and mess with these widths and stuff. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and raise them up a bit now. Do 25, 50. Alright, that's pretty good. Same thing with Miss Stacy. See how width's on top and then when you open this it's on the bottom? It's a little odd. That's a pretty good layout because now we're going to have the buttons. Alright. Button. We're going to have another button. Button. Okay, so this button is going to be button Steve. Give it some constraints.
Do 0.
Okay. Go ahead and associate that with the text of string button Steve. Okay. Let me go ahead and see what that looks like. It's a good size. Ooh, look at this boy. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay. Button Stacy.
Go ahead and fix this. I saw Steve went up.
Go ahead and wait for that to disappear. I think the button sizes are okay. Yeah, because it lost its constraints. Here we do 75 real quick. 50. 25. Then we're going to move the button. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead. That looks good. Alright, so let's go ahead and code it now. So we have 2 buttons. Okay. So instantiate button class to associate with button widgets. Go ahead and show my imports. Okay. So we're gonna have button Steve. So button. Oops. See how I didn't do it for me? So I'm gonna do Alt Enter. See how I imported it up here? So we have button Steve equals button find dr.id that button Steve. Okay. And then we're going to do button Stacy equals button find real dr.id that button Stacy. Alright. Button Steve declare buttons. Okay. Let's do Steve. Button Steve. Okay. So button Steve dot set on click listener new view on click listener. Alright. And Steve and on click. And we can go ahead and just copy this and for Stacy. Okay. So here we're gonna do shoot, brain fart again. Start activity, main activity, comma this, dot this, comma Steve dot class, and then we can go ahead and copy this for Stacy. Okay, we have our two things, so we're going to go ahead and make two classes. First class, which is also an activity, we're talking about Android, is going to be Steve. Okay, so that's loading up. So we'll do Steve first. And Steve activity. And on create. And we're not going to have much for Steve. That's pretty much the code we're going to have for Steve. So we can close this, save it, close this Java file. Let's go ahead and add Stacy. Okay. So in Stacy activity and on create. So our imports. Save it, close Stacy. Okay, so let's do Steve first. If we could close it out. Actually, we could also, no, we can't. Go back to strings, open editor. Okay, so we're going to have some information, of course, which is just going to be text Stacy Steve full. Just have his full name, Steve Charles, why not? Then we're going to do text phone Steve. And then we'll just do 555 555-5555. Okay? And that's pretty much it. And we're going to do text Stacy. Okay, full. Use the names wrong. Stacy full. And then Stacy Owens. I think it's it. Text phone Stacy. And then we're going to do 555 444 4546. Why not? Okay. Go ahead and close that. Those are our strings. We can close that. Okay. Okay, so pretty much we're just going to have two text views. We're going to have Steve's name and his number. You can add more stuff if you want. You can add another folder of him. Text Steve full. Some constraints. I'm just going to leave it here. And then text Steve full. Now his phone number. Go ahead and whoopsies. Okay. Text phone Steve. Yes, I don't know why it's doing that now.
That's weird to me. Okay.
Okay, Steve. Alright, so we're going to change this text to 40 SP. And we're going to change his text to 30 SP. You could go ahead and move it down. It's kind of weird. Pretty much Steve Charles. Okay. Go ahead and save it. Close him out. Stacy. Two text views. Text phone Stacy. Oh, this was a phone. Whoopsies. So let's go ahead and do that. Text phone Stacy. Okay. I'm going to do 40 SP. Do her name now. That's going to be 40 SP as well. Text Stacy 4, I believe. Yes. Hey buddy, what you in on? Okay, so then we're going to select this one for Stacy's full name, and then we can go ahead and move her down a bit. Okay, go ahead and save that. Let's run the app. See if we have any code we need to fix. Hit OK. So right now it's going to run the app. Both failed. Okay, let's see why. Oh, F icon. Okay, so we're going to go drawable. F icon. Let's go ahead and rename it. If there's a way to rename it. Okay. If not, we could just delete it. Okay. And pretty much that's just the image. So we're going to go back to our folder. 2.5, F icon, rename that. Save it. Copy it. Close it. Drawable. Paste it. Okay. Okay. Go back to main XML and just add it. How long is this video, man? I don't recall. Okay. See. Okay. What? So the code seems to be wrong. So what I could do is just start activity, new intent, and then main activity dot this, comma, Steve dot class. Okay, go ahead and copy this, paste it, Stacy, hit enter. Okay, let's see, save it, and let's see if that works. Okay, you're gonna come across errors and bugs in your code, so don't get discouraged. Sometimes it's a good idea just to restart the whole project if you have to, or just kind of like just restart a piece of code if you have to. But don't get discouraged. I remember when I took my first Java class, first time I was introduced or even knew about coding, and I was like, dang, I didn't even want to do my major anymore. Like, that's how discouraged I was. And I mean, I thought I was going to fail the class. Got a B somehow, thank God. Alright, so here's our app. Stacy. Hit Steve. And Stacy Owens. Hit Stacy. Hers isn't working. And this is button Steve. Oh, LOL. See how this says button Steve? And this one says button Steve. Okay. Alright. Should work now. So button Steve and Stacy. So we're gonna hit Steve. Steve Charles. Go back. Stacy O. Stacy Owens. And that's our app. So in this video, we unexpectedly you guys were introduced to debugging and then the console not working and installing correctly because code was not typed correctly. And that's awesome because I didn't even think about that. So that's cool that happened. It's very organic. Notice how I didn't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't get discouraged. Just go ahead and just slowly look at your code, read your code. Once you start doing this more often, you're just going to know what to look for and you're gonna become familiar with what you always forget to do when you program. Like when I copy and paste, I always forget to just change the names. But don't get discouraged. And if you guys like the video, like it, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you didn't like it, comment, questions, suggestions. And if you like the channel, you like the content, you like this series, go ahead and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.